Hello there again, everyone, and again, welcome to the second round of this Super Metroid Choozo race with Smelon versus liesandgasoline, and I am joined tonight for the second round with Count Cranberry. How are you today, Count?
I am doing well. I'm looking forward to an awesome race. I didn't catch much of the first one, but it sounded like it was a pretty good one.
It was a pretty good race. Smelon ended up pulling ahead and completing it with liesandgasoline pretty much just finishing Ridley before the game was over. Looks like croppings are not quite done. Oh, there we go.
We've got the setup. We'll work on the crop for Smelon here in just a second and get a little bit more of Lies' frame into the picture. But do you want to talk a little bit about the settings that we've got for this race? It looks like last time was a little bit vanilla, and this time is a little bit rock and roll.
Oh man, apparently it was supposed to be random morph, but apparently the game decided to be gentle on the players and give them early morph. Starting, obviously, the start is also a random start. Looks like it's turning into be a shallow start, early morph. We do have random escape, easy difficulty, vanilla boss, full area. How is this different from the previous game?
That is an early Variasuit.
That's exactly okay. So the first round. So they started here. Green Bryn, Ralph was right there. Variasuit was Green Bryn reserve tank, and those were missiles. So we have a new game, right? This is a different game.
I mean, I would hope so.
Okay,
we'll find out. This is new to me, so I'm like, wow, this is so.
Oh,
different.
That's right. First game was vanilla start. That is different. This time we are doing full area, so part of the things the players are going to need to figure out are these transitions, and we're going to get our first look at the transition from Green Bryn to West Meridia. That's an interesting one.
Main Street. Runners aren't going to be doing anything there quite yet. You could go over and check the transition at Crab Hole, but if it's to somewhere you don't want to go, then you're going to be
stuck. Yeah, you're stuck. You're stuck down there. But that is true. Yeah, I forgot. That is actually something they can do. They have the missiles for it. So, wait, that might be where we need to go.
You never know. We've got a couple more transitions to check, so we'll see our runners kind of work their way through, but they don't have any power bombs. No explosives yet.
They don't have power bombs. I think they have to go. I think they have to do exactly what you were saying. They have to go check Crab Hole.
An interesting start. I like the save by Lies. If you get stuck, it saves you a run back or. Yeah,
So it's been. This is technically suitless, but I mean, you're just going down.
Yeah, I know. I believe this is easy difficulty, so some of the more complicated tricks like Suitless Meridia is not in logic, except for short runs like this. I think you can also do Suitless Meridia coming top to bottom, but it won't expect you to try and make it, up to the top right or do Suitless East Meridia.
Okay, and also have to be careful because these crabs, they hit so hard. And looks like West Meridia Crab Hole is going to be going up into Moat.
That'll get us right back to landing site for a, close to vanilla-ish start. Looks like Smelon is going to risk the wrath of the crabs to check this transition.
And we find Red Tower. Okay.
And Smelon's not coming back from that. he kind of missed that platform right beneath that you normally can jump up from, and is deciding to explore here rather than go to Criteria. I did miss how many majors were in Criteria, so I guess on Liza's screen there's one.
Yeah, we've got one major in Criteria, one major in Red Bryn. I actually missed what we had in Green Bryn Star. I wasn't paying attention to that one. I know we had at least one.
I think there was still 2 left, but chat, you're going to have to help us out.
Oh, East Meridia ends up with two majors. Man, we're kind of hurting for majors at this point. Oh, man.
There's an energy tank. Always a welcome sight in Full Countdown. I don't think we explained how Full Countdown works. You can see that little number up in the top left of the screen. That's telling you the area that they're in and how many major items. The 16 kind of beams, movement items, and HUD items that they can get. That tells you how many of those are in the area. Beyond that, the items are fully shuffled. So there's no major minor split, it's just full rando, but you have a little bit more information to help inform those checks that you're making along the way. And we've got Lies checking those bottom transitions.
We found back of wrecked ship. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, still something that is outside of our runner's grasp at the moment. You need something like high jump boots or spring ball or, gravity suit if you want to take intended strats.
We don't like those.
Now, Smelon's taking a little bit of a risk here, so no power bomb, so you can't get back out this door. And I don't think we've seen where the top of Red Tower goes to.
Yeah, but we still haven't even found that Red Tower major item, so... And hey! Talking about gravity suit.
Between Varia and Gravity, unless both of these are dead ends like, Crocomire and Kraid's Lair, they can probably proceed. I mean, Lower Norfair would not be a fun time to find up here, so there's still a few options that could get them stuck.
No, but it looks like this is the logical route to take. With they found, Gravity being here at Alpha PBs.
Well, remember they both did the tube clip, which is technically always out of logic, if I'm not mistaken. If you don't have power bombs, it's not in logic to do that clip.
Wait a second. Did Red Tower just lead to Red Tower?
Yeah, they led to each other.
Is that possible? I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think that could lead to itself.
Yep, any transition can lead to any other transition, even transitions within areas. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen.
So, yeah, we found Gravity, but Gravity is behind power bombs. That's interesting.
So it looks like I think Lies and Gasoline took a save before they headed up, so they'll have at least grabbed Varia and the items inside the checks that Smelon's doing now, but we're pretty much at a full reset here.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. It's one of those moments where you wish the camera was on to see the reaction. I'm very curious how.
I mean, that's gotta be frustrating. You find both suits in the first 8 minutes, but then you're immediately soft locked.
I love Lies and Gasoline method of resetting the console. That looked like a yardstick. I love it.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
That's engineering at its finest. That's what it is. Yes. Okay, so Smelon's going to be going back up after reflecting everything. Going to be making his way back to Criteria. and not going to go down that area with the crabs. Just going to keep on going, explore the rest of Criteria. This is turning out to be a very interesting looking area rando. So we know where the wrecked ship came from, and I did not write down. The bottom right of Ren Brinstar is the top portion went to East Meridia, but where did the very bottom right tunnel right? Where did that end up going? I forgot to write that one down.
I was watching Smelon screen when Lies made those checks, and Lies' screen when Smelon made the checks, so I missed it as well.
Okay, so I can't believe Red Tower is almost. No, I guess it's not. It's still fine. It still makes a lot of different connections. But that gravity at the very top, that's really isolated. That's just interesting.
Yeah, it actually presents an interesting question for the runners. You know, when do they want to go back and get it? Because that is a one-way check, right? So you want to route it in at the most convenient time, but you know, you also need to consider when that is. And my guess is that they'll want to do it before they go to wrecked ship.
Or at the end of wrecked ship. That one might be interesting too. So we found Mount Everest connector in Lower Red Bryn. So here's if that's true. So here's all the places Red Bryn goes to. East Tunnel Right, which is the very bottom right-hand corner. That apparently will go to Mount Everest. Then above that takes you to East Meridia, the top right of East Meridia. The tube takes you to Crateria. The Red Tower climb, that takes you to back of wrecked ship. And then top of Red Tower takes you to the other top of Red Tower.
What a seed.
Yeah.
But we do have our pack of power bombs now, so the seed is open for our runners.
It is, but man, it almost looks as if these water areas are going to have to be the areas that are kind of the transitional hubs. I agree with Exact Science. You kind of want to go get that gravity suit sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I would tend to agree as well. You'd be able to turn around and do wrecked ship right away. I don't know how comfortable our runners are fighting, you know, Fantoon on one E-tank that you get at Spazer, and then both suits and 10 missiles. It's not an easy fight. Fantoon is never exactly free, but you know, you at least have both suits to mitigate some of that heavy damage.
Absolutely. And look, we're 12 minutes in. We've had a reset, and these runners they're not too far.
To answer RKC's question in chat, they had to reset because they went to the top of Red Tower, and the random transition on the right took them to the elevator for Red Tower, so they were stuck up there without power bombs.
Oh my goodness! Croc is loaded! Wow!
Yeah, that is a stacked Croc.
What? Do we have enough ammo to do a Croc?
It'd be tight. It'd be tight. I think, you know, one more pack of supers, you could definitely do it. Another pack of regular missiles, you could probably do it.
We go down, we clear high jump boot area, get all that, and then we go back for Croc. That, and then wreck ship's right there. Oh, man. So we go... Ship. Yeah, so Kraid leads to wreck ship, and there's an E-tank. So, I mean, that's a good rounding path right there. We clear high jump boot area. Oh wait, we have a Croc fight going on right now.
Yeah, Liza's taking on Croc.
He misses that super, but should have enough missiles. Just maybe needs to pace himself.
It's going to be tight, as long as Croc doesn't get another step forward.
And
there it is.
Perfect.
Not going to be able to check that item on the right though. I don't think you're going to be able
Nope.
to do that with
Nope,
70
not-
energy. Even
no.
with 99, that's a really dangerous check
At least a
without
one.
gravity.
At least a one-way check. Yeah, absolutely.
Meanwhile,
Man.
Smelon checking out the depowered wrecked ship, checking out spooky missiles before the room turns into a nasty spike fest. And it looks like Smelon is headed down to take on Phantoon. We do have vanilla bosses in this seat, if I'm not mistaken, so...
Yeah, we got vanilla bosses, so we know this is going to be Phantoon. And after defeating Phantoon, we can check the rest of the ship. It's going to be awake.
Now, that's an interesting question, though. There's only 2 majors in Wrecked Ship. We know where gravity is already. Do you check the top? You know, maybe if both majors are available. I mean, one is speed locked, so I'm not sure you would invest the time.
That is an interesting point to make. I mean, maybe you go up to attic and maybe sky. I don't know. I really don't know. That's an interesting thought because you can almost check, you know, check whatever that room is after Spiky Death Room of Death, because that will take you to the tower, which also has gravity. We have power bombs now.
I don't think you can get out the back of Wrecked Ship without gravity or high jump.
Oh
But Lies and Gasoline does
right.
have Ice Beam now. We found it Sign Room.
Ice beam to have.
Yep. Smelon also locked in battle with Phantoon. Getting pretty close, it looks like. Nice little air Doppler.
Lies and Gasoline having a little bit of trouble with trying to get that green gate glitch. And we have a dead Phantoon.
Yep, polishing off the ghostest with the mostest.
Looks like Lies is trying to get set up to check. And that might be... Yep, that's close enough. Okay. So we are going to get another check at least. Right here. Plasma! Ooh! We've got
Always a
two
nice
beams.
To find
Two
early.
beams. Now, what do? You just go straight down, right? I would say we just go straight down, not even worry about the check quite yet. Let's just see if it's down here. Yeah. Oh, wait, we already checked that. We already checked what that was. Never mind. Oh, that was ice.
Yep. Ice at Sign Room. And Lies getting the green gate glitch, headed over to Vanilla Grapple location.
Yes, Vincent. It's what's for dinner. that does seem to be the thing. Goodies almost every single time that I've commentated these races.
Now we're going to see if Smelon decides to save scum the wrecked ship E-Tank location.
Spring ball this early? I don't think I would. I would keep the spring ball. That's a really nice item to have at this point. That's potential worst room of the game logic. If Lies and Gasoline can do the spring ball jump, that is going to save him a lot of power bombs in the long run. Yeah, I keep the spring ball.
Yeah, spring ball. You know, despite whatever your opinion is, it does have its utility in the game for sure.
And Chad also pointing out the second hardest thing to do with spring ball is to remember that one has spring ball.
Yeah. The curse of picking up the item and forgetting that you have it. That happens to me with space jump more often than I like to admit.
Right. Liesgasoline is skipping item behind Croc for obvious reasons. Doesn't need it.
So we are seeing the top of wrecked ship from Smelon. Gonna check the old conveyor belt.
Yeah, it's got 2 majors still over here. This is taking quite a time to check. But hey, it's wave beam, so that's a good thing to not to keep to have.
Best beam in the game, right there.
That we almost have full beam combo at this point.
Yeah, all we're missing is that pesky charge beam.
Yeah, the one that allows us to make use of the full beam combo. But we'll see. We still got one more major here at Wreck Ship.
Only one major item in Upper Norfair. That's always a little frustrating because Upper Norfair is so spread out and the checks are so slow.
Yeah, it's gross.
I'm not sure I like this check. Smelon's only going to have 1 power bomb left, and he needs that if he's going to be doing bowling. Oh, he has wave beam.
Yeah, he has wave beam.
Woo. But he still needs it to get back out, right? He needs 1 to do the mock ball jump that's coming up right here. He needs 1 more. Oh, nope, never mind.
Nope, just gonna leave Wreck Ship now. Nope. Gonna skip it.
It always seems to happen when I start theorizing on comms, like, oh, well, the runner could be doing this and this and this, and then they find something that completely negates everything I've been talking about for 45 seconds.
Yep, feels good. Commentator's blessing. There we go. I like it. Yeah, we're very, very close to microwave, but Smelon does not have plasma, and I don't know, Smelon might go to Croc now. Right next to it, it might go to Croc. That's 3 majors there. It looks like Smelon is starting to farm up ammo.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Smelon, you're right here. You're not going to be coming back down to this corner of criteria. So yeah. I think this is a Croc for sure.
Yeah. It's a one-way trip. And here we go. So Smelon is going to be getting that plasma ice. Yeah, Lies is going to be getting... Oh, but falls prey to Crumble Tower.
That item is one of the most irritating to get in this game. Those crumble blocks are unforgiving.
Nope. They very much are not. Smelon debating to go check item behind Croc. Or just shooting at Croc. Nope, not going to check behind Croc. Okay. Has it been every single time, Vincent? I think it has. I think Croc has had something every single time. Okay, so where are we possibly going to be going from here? I'm surprised Lies and Gasoline didn't dig more into Upper Norfair, but yeah, we do need gravity.
I mean, with that only 1 major item, Bubble Mountain is it's such a long set of checks. I like this play from Lies. I hope they proceed with Wreck Ship, and it looks like they're going to.
It does. Yep. I don't know. Well, after Wreck Ship, I don't know, maybe a beeline to go get gravity and then finish digging.
I mean,
Upper Norfair, because we got those three transitions still down there.
And I think you can springball jump to get out the back of Wrecked Ship. That said, it's not easy and not in logic, but it's possible.
That would be very difficult, because especially since no one has high jump, that's not an easy jump to make. But that, if it's possible, that would be nice. That'd speed things along quite a bit.
I mean, it'd be excellent routing for Lies. The question is just whether high jumpless spring ball is in his repertoire of Super Metroid tricks.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Nice. Smelon also picking up spring ball. Gonna be picking up ice here soon. So basically, Lies and Smelon has swap places. Lies gonna be fighting Phantoon. Smelon gonna be picking up items from Croc.
And with Lies knowing what was in Croc, whereas Smelon didn't, again, we have that question: are we going to see a full clear of Wreck Chip?
I think we'll see. Yeah, I think we're going to see almost the exact same thing. Well, I guess not, because Lies is going all the way back here to check this item first before everything gets turned on. Can't recall if... No, Lies did check this, because I think this is where Lies got his E-Tank. But yeah, as of right now, I would agree with Vincent. This is a pretty close race still. It's pretty nice. These are one of those races where logic kind of pointed the racers in two different directions, and the logic necessarily wasn't bad.
Yep, and looks like Smelon got those bugs in the right spot, so he's going to be picking up his plasma beam very quickly.
So where can we go now after we get Gravity? We found East Meridia, so we can go get Dragon. We don't know where Kraid's at. We haven't found Laura Norfair. We've barely touched Green Bridstar.
Yep, and Green Bridstar does have 2 more transitions at the bottom to check. I mean, I think Green Brinstar is a pretty good play at the moment. There's at least 1 or 2 more majors there, and a number of minor checks to help pad that ammo and potentially E-Tank count for when they eventually do dip into Lower Norfair. Because space jumpless, screwless Lower Norfair is not anyone's idea of a good time.
No.
Lies and Gasoline entering into Phantoon.
I think last fight in the first round, Lies got some pretty good doppelstrats off of Phantoon.
Phantoon trolling him a little bit with those quick eye closes.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a Doppler there.
Smelon saying no thank you to that pack of missiles.
Yeah, Smelon's now skipping missiles. I mean, that was slightly out of the way to pick up that pack, so we'll see if he'll skip some of the other easily accessible missiles. But that's very different from the previous race that we all just saw, where... What did we end on? 85 missiles, 90 missiles, and 60 super missiles, so vastly different.
That is a healthy arsenal right there. I mean, I don't hate the missile skip. I usually stop picking up regular missiles at about 20, especially at this point in the seed. You're kind of in the early to middle stages, like just starting to transition into kind of the mid game.
Yeah.
And you're going to have plenty of regular missile packs that you're going to run into later on. You still have, like we said, Green Brinstar. You've got Bubble Mountain still ahead of you. I don't hate missing it now, especially with Charge Beam still lurking out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vincent saying Charge is far more likely to find in Countdown. Is that... Have that been a thing? I thought it was... Charge was always... you kind of count on Charge being found on the major minor more, but I'm not sure.
I think it's hard to say. I mean, full countdown, you play into that I have to clear everything in an area type mentality versus major minor, where you're always going to skip, almost always going to skip certain checks. So it's entirely possible that probability wise you might find charge more often in a full countdown, but in practice it doesn't seem that way. Oh, Smelon just beautifully handling those crumble blocks, getting those nice little buffered jumps.
Yes, exact science. Can you tell us the statistic probability of which one would be better to find charge in? Can you just calculate that for us real quick, please? Thank you. No, I'm actually curious about that one, because that is a legitimate tactic to use in these types of games. It can, several times when I've seen and commentate these races, there have been times the runner that took the time to collect the miners ended up be the one winning because they just didn't have as much to worry about at the end of it.
Yeah, very true. I think we've seen races where the minor hunt, once all the G4 bosses are down, have helped decide the outcome. So sometimes those early checks do pay off.
Mm-hmm.
We are seeing this cathedral run from Smelon, headed over to Bubble Mountain.
Still have an item out there.
Yep, just one lurking out there. It'll be interesting to see if Smelon full clears Bubble Mountain first or decides to check the transitions first.
So in all honesty, what do we need to finish this off and get in go mode right now? We have ice, so we've got Dragon. We know where gravity's at. We have Spring Ball, which is technically worst room of the game logic, or ability to get through it. I shouldn't say logic, has the ability to get through it. Charge Beam? Is that really all that we're missing? Charge Beam and Gravity?
Mother Brain, ammo. You're pretty much in ammo go mode. It's really a matter of runner's comfort and preference at this point, right? Like, I would not try and tackle Lower Norfair with this particular loadout. Assuming I had Gravity as well. I like to have an E-Tank or two more, and I like to have Screw Attack, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, Screw Attack makes worst room, well, let's see, the Acid Room before worst room of the game, worst room of the game, Amphitheater.
It'd also be nice if you found the back of Lower Norfair transition and didn't have to do any of that in the first place.
True.
I might try Lower Norfair if I found the back. I would not go in the front way with this loadout. You could do it. It's possible. And there are runners out there who will just make, Lower Norfair look like a breeze with this loadout, but I am personally not one of them.
Actually, I'm curious. Are you racing in this one? I can't recall all of the racers that are in this. Are you in this tournament?
Yes. I had the pleasure of having you roll one of my seeds one time.
Wait, was that the one with Lies and Gasoline?
I don't think so. I don't think I raced against Lies and Gasoline.
Charge Beam his missiles before speed.
Ooh, that's a great find for Smelon.
That's technically go mode right there. As soon as we find gravity, we get gravity. Okay, I'm sorry. I rolled one of your seeds. Which one did I roll?
I think it was the very first one you ever rolled.
Was that with Exact Science? Where Croc where it was a Bubble Mountain start?
No.
It was like an hour 40-some minute, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Sorry, I have a reputation for Trolley seeds. Sorry about that.
How dare you? I noticed that our runners tonight opted to roll the seed themselves, so I guess your reputation precedes you.
Yeah, Lies and Gasoline doesn't let me roll his seeds anymore.
So we're going to be checking single chamber here, the single chamber transition. And we find Turian.
Turian.
So Smelon now with all the information they need other than the location of Kraid's warehouse and the location of Lower Norfair. But narrowing it down, you know, we're starting to run low on transitions that are outstanding.
That's right. And yeah.
I think I like this play by Lies and Gasoline. Going to pick. It looks like Lies is headed towards the top of Red Tower to pick up that gravity suit. If Smelon finds, you know, Lower Norfair at this point, unless it's the back end, you know, gravity suit makes Lower Norfair way easier to traverse. So, you know, Smelon may want to go back for that gravity suit and have to do a lot of backtracking.
See, with the current loadout, I don't know. I don't know if we get into Lava Dive, I don't know if Smelon will be able to do this one or not. But we are going to get another transition check. Hey, Green Brinstar. Yeah, exactly what the exact science is saying. Bootless Dive is not a fun time at all. So I'm curious if Smelon is just going to be going in here to check this transition and go, or if Smelon's going to dig at all to try and see what these other two majors might possibly be.
I mean, the odds are you're going to find a major that's useful. You know, Grapple Beam will... I was going to say Grapple Beam will help with Dragon, but you've got Microwave assembled, so...
Oh! We found Lower Norfair Escape. That Green Hill Zone.
We do have one miner down here. The Smelon going for it. You know, assuming no tanks picked up along the way, 4 energy tanks and a hope and a prayer into Lower Norfair.
Yeah, but hey, we have full beam combo, which even though we don't have screw attack, that is still something. With that wave and plasma combo, that's a very nice thing to have. And there's our super missiles, so we have enough super missiles for Ridley.
Smelon opting to make the spring ball maze check.
I just connected the dots with what Baja was talking about. That would be terrible. That would, I think, put Lies and Gasoline ahead. If Warehouse is Lava Dive, that would not be good for Smelon.
Yeah, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. The question, of course, is, you know, we still have some outstanding majors. How many majors are in Kraid's warehouse? You know, if you do Kraid's warehouse, maybe you get something that helps you on the way back out.
Oh man, that would require counting all the majors that have been picked up and found, and I'm just not that advanced enough to do it, and it's too late where I'm at to do it. Yeah, it's been pointed out. Smelon went ahead and just skipped the save station.
Throwing caution to the wind.
Yep. Possibly going to get a check of Power Bombs of Shame. And it's Space Jump. Hey, that's a nice pickup item to get right here.
Yeah, for sure. This will make these rooms down here a little bit easier to navigate. We'll probably see a little bit of farming to get that energy up before Ridley. High jump bootless Ridley is a nasty proposition. I found that it's one of those movement items that you don't really appreciate until you don't have it against Ridley, because so much of being able to jump over his swoops comes from that high jump boot.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And looks like Lies and Gasoline is opting to go through Dragon. Oh, so a little backstory to that. So our runners have actually had to reset their game once already. We found Gravity, what was that? Within 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think the reset was like 7 minutes in.
Yeah, so it was a one-way ticket over to the top of Red Tower. Top of Red Tower led to top of Red Tower, and we were locked over there behind, a power bomb door. So both runners got there, found Gravity, ended up having to reset.
Yeah, we had the appropriate amount of excitement the first time we found it, and then when Lies turned around to actually head up there, it was like, oh yeah, he's going to get Gravity.
About time too. No, our fault for not pointing it out again once it was picked up, because Gravity should be just as exciting the second time.
Well, speaking of exciting, Smelon is filling up their reserve tank for this Ridley fight, so almost headed into the boss room right now.
There we go. Got 35 super missiles, reserve tank, 4 E-tanks. Should be good to go. Ooh, got an early start. That was 7 supers off the bat. That's a good count to have. I think we've missed 2 so far.
Yeah, but with full beam combo, missed supers aren't going to take that long. And now that he's in a pogo pattern, should be able to unload the rest of his
he's done.
And
that's it. Ridley's gone.
Over.
That was a very, very nice Ridley fight.
The tail gets one more hit in, just for good measure, but that was smooth, textbook.
I was impressed by the 7 supers at the very, very beginning. I think the most I've ever been able to do was 6, and that's a good time for me.
Meanwhile, we've got some sandpit checks from Lies and Gasoline. 2 majors in East Meridia, probably searching for that charge beam. So these are likely checks that Smelon isn't going to make. Oh, nice wall jumps
That was nice.
At the spike elevator.
I'm jelly of that one. I really don't like that particular climb. Yeah, it looks like Lies and Gasoline's going to be going over to Botwood. So we're going to get a nice little fight over there. Has plenty of supers for that one, too.
Just got to get this Metroid frozen first.
There you go.
And we're through. Smelon being careful against the key hunters on the way out makes me wonder if Smelon's going to check this transition, but without a save, that'd be a risky check.
Talking about amphitheater? No way.
No. Nope. Not without gravity suit.
Not gonna happen. Nope. Probably just wants to make sure that he has enough energy to get past 3 Musketeers.
So yeah, as Chat pointed out earlier, the nightmare scenario. Oops, Lies and Gasoline spins and rolls right on into Spacer Beam.
The best beam of the game. The true best beam of the game. Yeah, you're at 2 E-tanks, 1 reserve tank, and 3 Musketeers. You're probably fine, but you do only have Varia. So, take your time, get rid of them.
I never missed an opportunity to cook those 3 Musketeers with full beam combo. They've killed me so many times, it's only fitting that I return the favor. And Smelon did just that, so my proverbial hat goes off to him.
Oh, high jump. So we are only 1 movement item short. And it does look like Smelon will go ahead and just finish digging out Brinstar. And gets the lineup to go check back at Spoke.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of that he's looking for now is Speed Booster. And, you know, the amount of time that it might save you, you know, with these checks, I'm not exactly sure. I suppose energy is probably also pretty welcome. You know, a 4 E-Tank Mother Brain and Turian fight is not, you know, great, but...
Yeah. I'd have to agree with Idle Child on this one. You have everything you need. There's nothing stopping you from finishing the game. I would just go on. And yeah, we've got Zeb Skip. We've got everything. That's an interesting thing to say. Could they have gotten high jump boots a while ago? Let's see. Well, they got...
No, not really. I mean, the only entry into Green Brinstar they would have had to have turned right around when they found power bombs up in Crateria. And with only 2 majors in Green Brinstar, it didn't really make sense to route that way. So
this is true.
I think that you know, Smelon found high jump boots about as early as you'd expect.
To be completely honest, it's looking like that the logic of this seed was to kind of play ping pong across the entirety of this map, because I think it's true. I think the runners could have gotten high jump boots and some of these others like Gravity a lot earlier, a lot sooner than what they have. But the efficient route is so much better than the logical route is looking like it is. And shout out for Smelon doing the impossible inside Mission Impossible.
Meanwhile, Lies and Gasoline taking on an ammo Dragon fight. You know, definitely doable. It's probably of the options of Dragon available, probably the slowest, but shouldn't have any trouble finishing Dragon off here. Looking pretty dead right now.
And if you're smelling, what are you looking for if you're smelling?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is Speed Booster, or Smelon might have forgotten that they found Gravity Tank before the reset.
You know what?
When
That
you
might...
get soft locked like that, it can really frazzle you because you feel so behind. You know, even though it happened to both of our runners, we know it happened to both of them, but they have no idea. They could think that they gave their other runner, you know, 8 minutes, and both these runners are, you know, pretty skilled runners, and you don't want to give a skilled runner 8 minutes on you. So I hope that's not the case.
It would be terrible, but, you know, now that you put that in the, you know, shine some light on that, I think it might be right with that thought. He might actually not know where Gravity... I forgot where Gravity's at.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, when you're armchair Samusing, you know, it's super easy to be thinking about these things, but when you're in the race itself, you can get, you know, your mental energy is being expended in so many different ways. It's easy to forget something that happened 45 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, skipping missiles. See, he knows he's got full beam combo, so either needs speed to get to Dragon, or forgot where Gravity's at. And we have now just fully cleared out Green Bryn.
With the exception of Waterway. We know that the major's got to be at Waterway.
Oh, yes, that's right. But it can't be speed.
It cannot be speed.
Yes, we don't need ice for Dragon. To be completely honest, I'd be surprised if Smelling didn't know how to do the ice clip into Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to assume what, you know, runners can and can't do.
This is true, yeah. He might not. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Then we have Lies and Gasoline going back into the save station for East Meridia. Probably going to get this East Meridia transition check. Just needs to go up and see where it goes.
I
Or
think
did
he's
we
gonna
already
check the
check
sand
that?
pit. We've only checked right sand pit. He lies headed up after that, so I think he's trying to check left sand pit here. Maybe. Oh, might be trying to get the snail clip up to the 2 items up there.
You're better off resetting that room. Oh, nope, we're just gonna freeze. Okay, nope. Oh, yeah, we are gonna go down. And it looks like Smelon may have remembered where that gravity suit is, because that is exactly where we're heading to right now.
Yeah, smelling burning rubber up Red Tower.
And we've also found Speed Booster.
There it is, left sand pit.
That's interesting.
We have a little bit of a moment of truth here once Lies and Gasoline checks this transition. If it's Kraid, you know, Smelon is probably in a pretty comfy position. If it's not Kraid, our options are limited. I think there's only 3 transitions left. We've got Meme Route, we've got the right side of Mount Everest, or maybe it's the top left. One of the 2 West Meridia checks, and then Lava Dive.
Yeah, you're right, Redfish. So we've got Redfish, blah, 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 blah. I need to learn how to talk. We have Redfish at West Meridia. We have Crocomire, Lava Dive, and yeah, the Morph Ball Room. You know what? It's 11:30, almost 11:30 p.m. 11:20. I'm gonna give myself a break on enunciating my words. Betty Crocomire.
As long as we can, you know, basically understand you, we'll be just fine.
Something like that. Although I like the Betty Crocomire. If we could get that an emote, that'd be amazing. Crocomire with an apron. Oh, I'd love it. And yep,
There's
so
Kraid's lair.
Kraid is over here in East Meridia. So you're right. That is going to play in Smelon's favor because Smelon is going to get over here, do these checks, and the last 2 bosses are conveniently right next to each other.
Now, Lies hasn't been to the Bubble Mountain side of Upper Norfair, so Lies hasn't seen where Turian is yet.
Nope. So this is putting Smelon in go mode and in a nice lead. He knows where Turian is at, so where's the path to go? So depending on if he just goes straight to Dragon or does go check Kraid. By the way, I gotta mark this before I forget where this is at. The path to go from Eastern Meridia would be again to go up to this elevator on the top right, and Turian is there, so we would need to go to... It's kind of a long route to get back over there, but we gotta go from East Meridia over to bottom of Red Bryn, over to Western Meridia, and that's gonna be down to Crab Hole, and Crab Hole takes us to Criteria. Yeah, it's just.
I think you could simplify that. I think you can.
It's a
I
lot.
think you can take the tube to Criteria and then over to the left to Upper Norfair.
Take the tube over to Criteria. Oh, it's buried. I didn't see that because it's buried underneath the lava of the pines. Okay, nope. I'm just going the most inefficient route here.
The Lies and Gasoline taking Kraid out, no problem at all. While Smelon is heading into Kraid's lair. So we're gonna have a little bit of a high five here. Right in the little tube right there. So Lies just needs to find those Lower Norfair transitions. Either one would do right now. holding my breath for quick kill. Oh, beautiful. Just textbook.
There we go. There we go. And immediately out of the room. Not even going to check. Just out.
Yep, Smelon knows that they're in go mode, and he is not wasting any time.
Now, I think for liesandgasoline, the lower Norfair entrances are... They're going to be a little ways away. They're going to be a trek no matter what.
Yep, true. It's a matter of finding it, right? If liesandgasoline knew exactly where to go, their routing isn't terrible to head over to Upper Norfair, hit up Gravitron, run up to Green Brinstar, and then back to Turian. But they don't know that's where the transitions are, so it's gonna be kind of luck of the draw where liesandgasoline decides to go next.
Whereas all Smelon needs to do is go fight Dragon, then get to Red Tower. From there, as it was pointed out, the tube in Red Brinstar just goes right to Criteria, which is where we need to get to. That'll help us get over to Turian.
And with only one boss remaining, I'm not sure liesandgasoline... Well, I suppose liesandgasoline does still need ammo, so we probably do see Bubble Mountain checks.
Yeah, liesandgasoline's going to have to check some of this stuff. Now, I don't know. I'm not really sure where you would go at this point with liesandgasoline. It really depends on how much Lies has mapped out this area, and I don't think Lies has actually mapped out a lot of the area where we're actually needing to go.
Yeah, my money is on Upper Norfair. We found, Business Center. We have 3 missing transitions there, a number of minor checks, and at least 1 major. So that's what my money's on. But Smelon is burning rubber towards Turian, going into their last G4 boss right now with Dragon.
Which, by the way, that was a nice moonfall right there, getting down to Dragon's room.
Every frame counts. Here comes the X-ray.
And didn't quite get it. What we're trying to do is wait for Samus's animation to stand up. There we go. Oh, hey, we found a screw attack.
There it is. Crab supers. That will make liesandgasoline's Lower Norfair very comfortable. As if, full beam minus charge beam didn't already do that, but...
Okay, so we found Lower Norfair, the lava dive.
This is a tough decision.
You can do it. Oh, I don't think
high jumpless.
Yeah, I did notice that. We didn't see that in the last one either. Liesandgasoline, I think needs either high jump or space jump in order to get through worst room of the game.
I mean, Lies does have Spring Ball, but Spring Ball jumps are not easy to do, especially without high jump boots.
We're also going to be trying to do this either a gravity jump, or I think that's what we're getting set up for, a gravity jump. Is it? Easy difficulty means spring ball wall jumps are in logic? Wow.
First try, liesandgasoline, my hat goes off to you. That was a beautiful gravity jump right there to get through Lava Dive.
Yeah, that was a really good job. First try was very clean, very smooth. just nice all the way through.
Meanwhile, Smelon, with all 4 G bosses finished, looked like they checked their tracker there for just a second to figure out or remember where Turian was, and is on their way. Plasma Beam is Croc Power Bombs, if I remember correctly.
That's right, because we had Plasma Beam, Ice Beam, and Spring Ball at Croc. So unfortunately, the only thing that Smelon is going to be missing in all this that would really help him out would be speed.
Yep, we're going to have a slower escape. I'm not sure Baby Skip is possible without speed, but I'm not positive because I can't do Baby Skip, so...
Same here. Now, do you need... Of course, this is the new one. Do you still need speed for the Stashio Skip?
Again, I don't know. Maybe chat can let us know. What are your minimum requirements for a Baby Skip? Liesandgasoline getting really close on those spring balls. I think he's just a little early on the pause menu, or not getting that morph in time, quite in time. That looked pretty good.
It did, and that was a really good pause. Didn't. So it's kind of can be kind of confusing as to when you actually need to hit that button for the spring ball jump coming out of that, but I didn't see the morph.
Yeah, the part that always trips me up is you have to hold jump as you come out of the pause menu, because you have to keep that ascent going, and then you can let go and jump again. But this is doable by Lies. He's got the timing down. He just has to get, I think, the button presses just a little bit longer.
You also want to make sure you're... Okay, that was... I think that was good. To be honest, he might not be holding the jump button down long enough while in a morph ball state.
Yeah, the trick with spring ball jumps, for anyone in chat who's not familiar, if you have spring ball off and your spring ball is still...
Oh, no!
So long as you're ascending in your jump with the spring ball, you can press jump again and you'll jump a second time. But you have to be ascending still with the spring ball. You can't be, neutral or on your way down.
Yeah. And Vincent, wall jump is still possible. But, yep, as Exact Science is saying, wall jump is frame and pixel perfect. It is a very, very... I think this... I can never remember which of the two. I think this one, if you have no boots, is the hardest. That or Bubble Mountain one is the hardest. I can't recall. But it is very, very hard when you do not have high jump boots.
And meanwhile, Smelon making quick work of the Metroid rooms, getting that full refill that you get when you come into Turian and into full area rando. Doesn't have to sweat ammo too much. As long as Smelon has enough to break the glass, it should be in good shape, and that should not be a problem.
Exact Science, is it the same as the wall jump in the Bubble Mountain? It was just slightly easier because of that ledge, but I could be very wrong with that. Are they actually the same but at different sprites? Because I did not realize that. That would be interesting. Yeah, it looks like we were damaging down. So yeah, not going to try and do a baby skip, but we do turn right, save 40 frames.
Right facing gang, rise up. Literally. So Smelon not having an option between the Zeb skips, only has Ice Beam, so we're not going to see a speed Zeb skip from Smelon today. But, you know, also probably has enough ammo to just power on through if that's the way that he wants to go.
Possibly, yeah. Ice Zeb skip is also a possibility at this point. Doesn't need to worry about the ammo. So, yeah, we'll see what he ends up wanting to do with this.
Looks like Lies has abandoned the spring ball jump and is just trying to get that frame and pixel perfect jump from the left wall around.
It's not an easy thing to do.
No, not easy at all.
But yes, so bombs are not found. We do not know. That actually looked pretty close to it, by the way, to the frame and pixel perfect. But we do not have bombs. We do not have space jump. We do not have high jump. We have speed, but I don't think we have enough room to really do a short charge here. We have spring ball jump, but it's that's also a really hard jump to do. And Smelon on to Mother Brain 2 only needs 20 charge shots, and I think we're already done. Yep.
Yeah, that full beam combination just makes quick work of Mother Brain. We do have a random escape to look forward to, so we'll be, after we come out of that last room before the climb in Turian, we will be transported to a random map station, and Smelon is going to have to navigate their way back to the landing site from there, with all the fun random area transitions. So a little bit of, you know, a little bit of heart-pounding excitement here at the very end with the timer running. It does look like Lies is bailing on the worst room in the game. Might be headed over to the left maybe to check, see if he can find this miner at GT. But of course without charge beam and only 8 super missiles, that's a long fight.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say should have enough energy to get back out of the lava dive, but that last shot from the space pirate, that might not be good.
Well, he's got gravity and various, so should just be able to run right through without taking any damage. Provided he's able to dodge those fireballs.
Exactly. Wait. We have gravity. Doesn't have to worry about it. I was thinking lava dive, you're going to take... Silly me. Once again, I should be looking
forgetting about gravity.
Yep, I should be looking at the tracker and not... Again, it's the color... it got me again.
Mother Brain 3, down, super easy, textbook, and we are headed into the escape. All right, where do you think, which map station are you betting on, KJ?
I would love to see a Meridia map, but I'm wondering if it's just going to be Wreck Ship, because Wreck Ship is really close. Actually, Upper Northhurst is closest, but I would hope for Meridia. It's a 7-minute escape, then I would bet it's Meridia.
It could be Green Brinstar too, maybe. There's a number of transitions. It's not too far though to get to Crab Hole. We did not see grapple this seed.
A wreck ship. That's pretty close though. Wreck ship, you just go to the front of wreck ship. That'll take you to Kraid's entrance, and you just need to go across, and that'll take you to Mushroom.
Let's see if Smelon follows that path, and it looks like they are. Meanwhile, it looks like liesandgasoline has found Green Brinstar and is making some of those checks to try and find those two majors. Probably still on the hunt for Charge Beam and, a way up horse ring in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I believe High Jump Boots was found here, just down here, wasn't it, at Charge?
I believe that's correct.
And I think that's exactly what liesandgasoline need in order to finish the worst ring of the game. Yeah, feels bad. That's unfortunate. You got a little bit of reaction when you found that.
Of course, he might be equally frustrated with the transition he's about to find as well. But is opting to... Oh, checking tube supers. Or tube missiles.
Yep.
But get your GGs in chat for Smelon finishing in first place. And I don't have the race time room up, so KJ, if you've got it up.
1 hour, 11 minutes, and 15 seconds.
GG to Smelon. Congratulations. Winning the second game of the series, giving him 2 wins to advance to the next round of the playoffs.
And we did have a forfeit from liesandgasoline, so GG both runners. And we'll see about getting them in for interviews.
And I think we are going to have potentially Vincent joining us again to help you carry a little bit of the weight from race 1, which I wasn't able to catch much of. During this interim, do give our runners and our crew tonight a follow. I think we saw some great Super Metroid, some great skill from both of our runners, and they deserve it. So give them a follow.
Okay, yeah, and yep, as we're waiting, just like what Count here was saying, give everyone here a follow. Give Count a follow, liesandgasoline, Smelon. They've all been giving us some really great races, and our tracker, Vincent, give Vincent a follow. And we are joined by liesandgasoline. GG.
Hey guys.
Okay, so Lies, let's get the biggest thing out of the way first. How did you feel about finding that high jump at the church location in Brinstar?
Yeah, I know. It's I'm just glad that the fact that I couldn't get the spring ball jump didn't lose me the match, and it's just poor routing, and I think that's all it was on my end. Kudos to Smelon, man. He must have routed it perfectly and did everything the right way. So nice job.
Yeah, you both actually had the same soft lock at the beginning. So you were pretty much completely neck and neck heading up Red Tower, finding that gravity suit, and then getting stuck up there, unfortunately.
Right.
But it was, suffered by both of you. But Smelon did find Lower Norfair, the back end of Lower Norfair, pretty early in the seed. And so with that cleared, it kind of let him open up the rest of the seed a little bit. So
yeah, makes sense.
Lies, I want to go back to that first race. What did you feel about your routing, and what changes would you want to make?
Well, I think that my last location to my worst room in the game item was at high jump boots, and if I would have just checked gauntlet, I would have found spring ball, which I mean, it would have been in the same situation as this last race right here, but you know, yeah, I had no way to get through Lower North Fair, and I had to go all the way back around the back way until I finally found that one item that can get me up there. So there's missiles galore, man. Same with the second sea. Like, where are all the supers? It's all missiles.
Yeah, I am just now noticing that. I think in the last one you ended up with 90 missiles. In this one you have 85 missiles. That's an insane amount of ammo.
Yeah, I never found where was charge in this one.
Missiles before speed.
Okay.
So you were well on your way. I have no doubt that you would have found it eventually.
Yeah, probably.
Just because of how the routing was going.
If I had 150 missiles, maybe not. You know.
That's it. That is what was happening in the first one. You know, just had so many. I think it was the Ridley fight. You unloaded your super missiles, and you had so many missiles.
I just
you didn't even have to aim. You just mash the button.
Smash it. Well, no, I think I need to learn. I need to practice that spring ball jump. I didn't know it was. I think without high jump, it's probably harder. But then if you have high jump, you don't need it. So it's like one of those things where you never really practiced it, you know. And so it's a thing to practice for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the spring ball jumps. That's a great tool to have on your belt. Really can come in clutch on stuff like this. But I would say, going back to the first one, I think the route that you took, I think that was the intended route that the game was pointing you towards.
What did I miss?
I don't think you ended up actually missing anything. Was it Ice Beam? You did not pick up Ice Beam, or were you the one that picked up Ice? Yes, you picked up Ice Beam at Croc. Yeah. So taking Ice back up Bubble Mountain to check Norfair Reserve. I think that was the intended route, and that one got delayed. Other than that, you were kind of going the route that it was pointing you towards.
Yeah. Which I thought, that made sense, but again, without that first room item, I couldn't really do much with the vanilla map, you know.
So as we wait for Smelon, if Smelon's going to be joining us for an interview, I'll ask, Liza, with the tournament kind of over now, how'd you feel about it overall?
I think it was fun. I enjoyed it. I like the whole choose your own sort of deal. I think that worked out really well. And it's a night, it was a beginner friendly one. It was just it was a fun tournament. And honestly, kind of now, I'm kind of glad I'm not in it anymore, because now I get to watch it and I get to, I get to do some tracking and comms and stuff. And I don't know. It's kind of, it sucks that I'm out of it, And
yeah, I'll give you a shout out. You've been a tracker on a number of races throughout this whole tournament, so I'll just say thank you for enabling us to have some of these restreams.
It's fun. I do what I can. Sometimes I can't with all the kids running around and stuff, but
for sure, Lies. We all know it's a few of us that are helping cover this tournament, but any help is always outstanding.
Definitely. What's up with Smelon? He's not getting an invite or something?
For some reason, didn't get the invite.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have the commentator thing pulled up. He is finished because he shows his winner on here, so I'm not sure why he didn't get that invite.
I tried to send him the link, and
it doesn't work. Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. Let's see if that link works.
Hopefully. There we go.
Hey.
Looks like we're gonna have a Smelon joining us in just a second. Wait. We had a Smelon.
For a second.
There we go. Smelon, congrats and GG on both race wins.
Thank you.
We've had Lies in for a couple minutes. Do you want to talk about how these two races went for you? How you think it went? Or what What could you have done better, possibly?
For the first race, I feel like it went pretty well overall, except for having to like do meme route, but there were no supers, which was really annoying, so I had to skip a bunch of stuff. But then I got to do good routing. Got to do the map bottom up, which is always fast with springboard jumping. But yeah, the first seed went pretty well. And the second seed, obviously, I had to reset because I found gravity, and then the portals just looped next to each other, so I didn't have
What was
to
that?
leave gravity for like 45 minutes. So that kind of sucked. But
Actually, you both had that same soft lock happen.
oh,
We
really? I
both-
was expecting.
You both went through and you both suddenly saw that you were dropped off at the top of Red Tower, and it's like, okay. Dead end it is.
Yeah, and then there's like stacked croc. And then I got to do LN pretty early. And then I accidentally cleared Green Bryn because I was like, oh, I'm in go mode except for Charger Ice, so I need to clear Green Bryn to find Charger Ice, and I had Ice the whole time. So then I was like, oh, whoops, guess I'm in go mode.
That's why. Okay, we were curious as to why you kept on. You were full clearing these areas. We thought because you didn't have gravity at that point, so we were thinking, did he forget that gravity was found at the top of Red Tower at the very beginning? But that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, I was just having a brain fart, like, oh my gosh, I'm almost in go mode. I just need to go get gravity and I'm fine. I was like, oh wait, no, I just have ice. I'm fine.
Yeah, 45 minutes into a seed, 50 minutes into a seed with a restart after 9 minutes, that can definitely happen. Especially on race 2 in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I feel like it went fine. I actually thought that I couldn't get gravity because in my mind, I was like, it's part of the one-way trip through the bottom of West Meridia. So I actually thought I couldn't get it, but turns out I could have just like gone and got it a lot earlier. But I routed it in okay at the end, so it was fine.
I was excited when we got to Wreck Ship. I was going to route out the back of Wreck Ship and then pick up that gravity, and then no way to get out of Wreck Ship without that power bomb thingy in the sponge bath or whatever, and I can't do that either. So it's like this seed, both of these seeds, like just not. I didn't route them correctly. I didn't find the things I needed. Yeah, they're just not fun,
Yeah, I actually did the same thing because I was like, I'm just going to abandon Wreck Ship and go straight and go get gravity. And then I entered the room and I was like, oh wait, I don't know how to do the sponge drop.
Yeah, exactly.
Bath. And I also don't have any items to get through it, so I guess I'll full clear Wreck Ship instead.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Well, even still, great races. Both races. They were really nice to watch. They're really fun to commentate. So GG's both runners. Got any final thoughts as we wrap up?
I'll just say, GG Smelon, man. You must did it all perfectly. So nicely done, man. And it was fun racing you.
Yeah, GG to you too. Fun racing.
Okay. Well, again, GG guys. Count Cranberry. Vincent, last thoughts?
Oh, just big thanks to our crew who helped us track Vincent this time around. And tournament organizers for putting this on. We still have a lot of playoff action coming up. This is technically round 2. These racers, we have a round 1 and round 2, but we're still in the early phases, so more playoffs to come.
Speaking of that, tomorrow's schedule, we have 2 races on the schedule tomorrow. Both of them are going to be restreamed. One of them is at 2:30 p.m. Between Dartwolf and Alkaline, and then tomorrow night, 9 p.m. is Exact Science and Shindig Pig. So both of those are tomorrow, and then Friday we have 2 races. Races 1 and 2 with Sasquatch and Sailor Nep. So plenty of more action coming in this round 1 of this tournament. Been an absolute blast commentating with you, KJ, in that first race, and thank you, Lies and Gasoline and Smelon, for the great series of 2 races tonight, and looking forward to more races in the future.
Thanks for tracking. Thanks for comms. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Okay, well then again, everyone, thanks for watching. Thank the runners, or follow the runners, follow the tracker commentators here, and thank you, Speed Gaming, for allowing us to be racing on here. Thank you, Child, for setting all this up. And we've already gone through the schedule, so we will see you guys next mission. Have a great day, night, wherever you're at in the world.